Welcome to all Windows users tired of spying and ads, and to the lucky ones already enjoying the freedom of Linux. This is the Linux After Windows channel, and in this episode, we have important news from the world of Linux and beyond. In today's episode, you will learn the perfect escape from Windows, why the new Linux Mint 22.3 is being called the most comfortable system for beginners in 2026. Is Linux now the #2 gaming platform in the world? We'll break down the latest Steam stats and see how we've left Apple in the dust. A second life for your old PC. How to play AAA games on weak hardware thanks to a major new app from NVIDIA. And our main story, the grand premiere of Manjaro 26.0. We'll do a deep dive into why this update makes Manjaro the king of desktop operating systems. Stay tuned, it's going to be a great one. Kicking off our episode today is a piece of news that's going to be a real lifesaver for anyone tired of endless Windows updates, system lag, and intrusive ads. If you've been asking yourself, is there a system that just works and lets me live my life? Then that moment has arrived. In January 2026, the new version of the friendliest system in the world was released, Linux Mint 22.3, codenamed Zena. Why is this important for us? Because Linux Mint is the only system that doesn't force you to relearn everything. It's built so you feel at home from the very first minute. Let's see what interesting things they've prepared for us. Let's start with the most important thing, peace of mind. The new Zena version is built on a rock-solid foundation. In plain English, this is a system with long-term support. You install it once and it's guaranteed to receive security updates until 2029. Imagine buying a car that doesn't need major repairs for 3 years, just a free oil change now and then. You don't need to reinstall Windows every 6 months when it starts getting slow. Mint 22.3 works fast right after installation and stays fast years later. Now let's talk about what you'll see on the screen. Version 22.3 brings a refreshed interface, and the best part? The developers didn't reinvent the wheel. Everything is exactly where it should be. The familiar Start button, called the menu here, the taskbar at the bottom, the clock in the corner. If you know how to use a mouse, you already know how to use Linux Mint. In this update, icons are sharper and more modern, windows open smoother, and folders look neater. It's like having your living room renovated. The furniture is still where you like it, but the wallpaper is new and the sofa is softer. This might be the coolest feature for beginners. In Zena, they've improved a tool called System Reports. How does it work? Imagine something breaks in Windows, like sound disappears or a USB drive won't read. Usually you go to Google and spend hours on forums. In Linux Mint, the system monitors its own health. If it spots a problem, like you forgot to install a language pack or a printer driver, a little icon appears in the corner. You click it, and the system explains in simple language, you're missing this piece, and offers a fix button. One click, and everything works. It's a real assistant that saves your nerves. Many people are afraid that installing programs on Linux is hard. In Mint 22.3, that myth is busted. It has a software manager, which is basically the same as the App Store or Google Play on your phone. In the new version, it works lightning fast. Need Telegram, Spotify, Steam for games, or Zoom? You just open the store, type the name, and hit install. No searching for setup files on the internet, no viruses. Everything is verified and safe. And yes, it's all free. So, what's the verdict? Linux Mint 22.3 Zena is the Toyota of the computer world. It might not look as aggressive or trendy as some other systems, but it just takes you where you need to go, doesn't break down, and doesn't demand attention. If you're looking for a system for work, movies, and the internet, something you just turn on and use, there is simply no better option right now. Moving on. The #1 question I get from beginners before they switch from Windows is, will I be able to play my favorite games? If you had asked me this 5 years ago, I would have said, with great difficulty. But today, in January 2026, the numbers speak for themselves. The latest Steam hardware survey for January is out. This is the most trusted statistic in the PC gaming world. Linux's market share is holding steady at 3.38%. Now, that might sound like a small number, but let's put it into perspective. It is more than all macOS users combined. Apple, with its massive budget, is lagging behind us, the free community. In the world of Steam, 3% means millions of active players every single day. Why should you care if you're just starting with Manjaro or Mint? Because the gaming industry is a business. Developers see these numbers. They see that Linux users are a large, paying audience. Thanks to this, Valve and the community have perfected a technology called Proton. Today, the reality is simple. You install Steam on Linux, hit play, and 8 out of 10 Windows games run as if they were native. Cyberpunk, Elden Ring, Baldur's Gate 3, they all work. So if games are the only thing keeping you on Windows, you can breathe a sigh of relief. Statistics prove Linux is now a full-fledged gaming platform. I've left links to the charts in the description so you can check the data yourself. Imagine this. You've installed Manjaro, everything is lightning fast, but your computer is an old laptop or an office PC without a powerful GPU. Does that mean you have to forget about new games? Not at all. In January, NVIDIA finally did what we've been waiting years for. Previously, Linux users could only run the GeForce NOW cloud service through a web browser. It worked, but with limits. The image could lag, and features like 4K resolution or 120 FPS were unavailable. Now, NVIDIA has released an official app for Linux. What does this mean for us, regular users? Now you can play the most demanding games like Cyberpunk at ultra settings, even if your PC is 10 years old. All you need is a stable internet connection. This is another huge blow to the "I need Windows for gaming" argument. There's no difference now. The app runs smoothly, supports gamepads, and most importantly, uses far fewer system resources than a browser tab. Your laptop won't sound like a jet engine anymore while gaming. If you were afraid to switch to Linux because your weak PC couldn't handle gaming, don't be. NVIDIA's cloud is now on your side, right here in Manjaro. Do you use cloud gaming? Do you believe that in the future we won't even need powerful GPUs because everything will run over the internet? Let me know in the comments if you've already tried running GeForce NOW on your Linux setup. If you follow my channel, you know that I love Manjaro for its perfect balance, and the new version, 26.0, Anh-Linh, released this January, is perhaps the most significant release in the last couple of years. Let's skip the technical jargon and break down exactly what has changed for us, regular users, and why your daily experience will become much more pleasant. First, and most importantly, Manjaro has officially switched to the Wayland graphics engine by default. What does this mean for you in practice? Think back to Windows or older Linux versions where fast scrolling in a browser or playing games could cause the image to tear with horizontal lines. You can forget about that now. Everything from window movement to video playback is now buttery smooth. Additionally, this significantly boosts security. Now, one program cannot spy on what you're typing in another, such as your passwords in a browser. The main version of Manjaro comes with the KDE Plasma 6.5. Visually, it's a delight. Smart Search, now by hitting the Start button, you can not only find files, but also perform quick calculations or convert currencies directly in the search bar. Floating panels, the taskbar can now float above the bottom edge of the screen, just like in modern mobile operating systems, which looks very premium. Night mode, it has become much more refined, smoothly adjusting your monitor's colors according to the time of day to reduce eye strain. Our primary tool, PAMAC, the Add/Remove Software Manager, has also been updated. For a beginner, this is critical. The App Store is now faster and, more importantly, better at grouping software. If you search for a messenger, it will show you Telegram, WhatsApp, and Discord all in one clear list. Integration with Flatpak is now even deeper. You can see right in the store which version is the newest and how much space it will take up. For NVIDIA graphics card owners, especially the newer series, Manjaro 26.0 is a lifesaver. The system now automatically detects the correct driver version, including the latest 590 series, and configures it so that games run without any extra hassle. No more digging through settings, everything just works out of the box. Update safety. Many people are afraid of updates on Linux. In Anh-Linh, the time shift system has been improved. Now, before every major update, the system automatically suggests creating a restore point. If anything goes wrong, you simply click a button and return to the exact state your PC was in 5 minutes ago. This provides that sense of peace and security that is often missing in Windows. So, Manjaro 26.0 is all about comfort. It's a system that doesn't get in your way, but helps you. If you're still on an older version, go ahead and update. It's absolutely worth it. What do you think of these changes? What's more important to you, the visual beauty of the system or the technical smoothness and security? And let me know, have you ever had a situation where a restore point saved your PC? I'm looking forward to your stories in the comments.